Welcome everyone. In this session, we will focus on the expenses budget. This budget is designed to plan and control the costs of running a business. It does not deal with the cost of goods sold, but instead it shows the operating expenses that occur in everyday activities. These expenses need careful management because they directly affect the profitability of the business. Understanding operating expenses. Operating expenses are the costs that a business pays as part of its normal operations. They are different from the cost of goods sold because they cover areas such as marketing, administration, and finance. These costs can vary a lot between industries and between businesses of different sizes. To make things easier to manage, similar expenses are often grouped together. For example, marketing might include advertising, sales commissions, and delivery. Since these costs reduce profit, managers need to monitor them carefully. Key categories of operating expenses. To keep things clear, operating expenses are usually divided into three categories. The first category is marketing and sales, which includes costs like advertising, sales commissions, and delivery of products. The second category is administration, which includes expenses such as office salaries, rates, and insurance. The third category is financial expenses, which include loan payments and interest. Understanding these categories helps managers plan and analyze expenses more effectively. Example, Hilo Ltd expense budget. Let's look at an example from Hilo Ltd. Their expense budget shows both variable and fixed costs. Variable expenses include sales commissions and freight out, which change depending on the number of units sold. Fixed expenses stay the same each quarter. These include advertising set at $5,000, sales staff salaries of $15,000, office staff salaries of $7,500, depreciation of $1,000, and other charges such as rates, taxes, insurance, and loan interest of $1,500. When we add everything together, the total selling, administrative, and financial expenses reach $180,100 for the year. Where do the figures come from? The figures in this budget come from agreements, contracts, and estimates prepared during planning. For example, Hilo's sales staff are paid a fixed base salary of $15,000 per quarter, which is a fixed expense. On top of this, they also earn a commission of $3 per unit sold, which is a variable expense. This means the sales commission is calculated by multiplying $3 by the number of predicted sales units for each quarter. Freight out expense. Another example is freight out, which is also a variable expense. Hilo made an agreement with its regular freight company to deliver products at $1 per unit sold. This means the freight expense increases as more units are sold. For quarter one, with 3,000 units predicted, the freight out cost is $3,000. This shows how variable expenses are directly linked to sales volume. Variable expenses. Variable expenses are those that change depending on sales levels. At Hilo, these include both sales commissions and freight out costs. The more the company sells, the higher these expenses will be. Because they move with sales activity, they must be forecasted carefully in the budget to avoid surprises. Fixed expenses. Fixed expenses stay the same regardless of how much the company sells. For Hilo, advertising is $5,000 per quarter based on a contract with an agency. Depreciation is set at $1,000 per quarter, which is the estimated wear and tear on equipment. Sales staff salaries are fixed at $15,000 per quarter, and office staff salaries are fixed at $7,500. Other charges, such as council rates, payroll tax, and loan interest, are estimated at $1,500 per quarter. These fixed expenses provide stability and predictability for the business budget. In conclusion, the expenses budget is an important tool for managing the costs of running a business. By identifying and separating variable expenses like commissions and freight from fixed expenses such as salaries and advertising, managers can see clearly where money is being spent. This allows them to plan better, make informed decisions, and keep the business financially healthy. Thank you for joining this lesson, and I hope you now understand how an expenses budget is prepared and why it is so important.